Able to knock it down. A game that the Nets led by as many as 38.
After the Warriors started off the season 2-3, being blown out by 25 plus in all of their losses, with Curry shooting 42% from the field and 32% from 3, there was a lot of people doubting Steph Curry. Curry isn't a show by himself. He plays best with his pieces Clay and Green. Without them, he hasn't had to lead. Curry fans been silent lately. What happened to Curry gonna go off and win MVP this year, bruh? He needs Clay. Clay creates another lethal threat on offense, drawing attention away from Curry, making it harder to guard him. He was also a defensive monster. Without stacked talent on the team, it's hard to get cooking. Seems like it's a different type of sandwich now. The Curry doubters were on a tear because they believe that the first couple of games in the season prove what they've been hypothesizing all along in the last decade, and that is if Curry isn't on a stacked team, he ain't. And for people to just put Steph over players like Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, and Damian Lillard all of these years was always flawed, because if Curry was in their shoes, he wouldn't be able to do what they did. He probably wouldn't lead them to the playoffs. But then
Curry from deep, 59! Why not? Steph looking for airspace, his three is good! He pressed the juke button!
In his bag, deep, like the fries are at the bottom.
Curry has been Curry. Today we are talking about Steph Curry and how he already proved y'all wrong. He already did. I'm gonna explain to y'all why all of this doubt has been stupid from the jump. But before we get going, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like videos like this. Check out the second channel, man. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers way faster than I thought. I'm gonna be releasing the first couple of videos on the channel this week, possibly today if plans go right and this goes up on Monday. A video might already be up right now. The channel is about content creation, giving y'all advice. Links in the description, But with that being said, let's talk about what Curry has done since the first 5 games of the season. The Golden State Warriors have gone 17-3 in the games Steph has played in, and Curry has averaged roughly 30 points, 6 assists and 6 rebounds on 49, 43, 92 splits. In other words, he's been balling the f out, and critics have been relatively silent. But I'm gonna be honest, there should have never been this level of criticism in the first place, because he already proved y'all wrong nearly a decade ago. Yes, you heard me right, nearly a decade ago. You see, for some reason, well, I know why, but for some reason, when people talk about Curry's career, they just want to act like Curry's career started in 2015, when that's not the reality whatsoever. His career started in 2009, and he was drafted into a team that went 29-53 the season prior. This wasn't a Magic Johnson story where he got drafted onto a team with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Curry wasn't on a good team in his first 3 years in the league, and that's just a fact. However, 2012-2013 to many was the first season Curry showed what he was capable of. And as we know, it would be way more than we thought of back then. But in this season, Curry averaged 23 points, 7 assists and 4 rebounds a game on 45, 45, 90 splits. Seems like pretty good stats to me. And in this season, as the best player on that team, Steph Curry led the Golden State Warriors to 47 wins in an extremely tough Western Conference. Your next question is probably, well, what was his help, B-Souls? No way Steph Curry led a team to 47 wins without a stacked roster. That's impossible, no way. If stacked to you means David Lee and a Klay Thompson that was averaging 16.6 points a game in his second year in the league, then be my guest. Yes, Steph Curry had a very stacked roster that year, but that was the second and third best player on the team. Now what about Draymond Green? Where's Draymond Green in this picture, B-Souls? Draymond was on the team, but he was a rookie who started 1 game throughout the whole season, and he averaged 3 points and 3 rebounds a game on 33% shooting from the field. And in the playoffs, going against a 57-win Denver Nuggets team, let me reiterate that, a 57-win Nuggets team, Stephen Curry torched them, with the Warriors winning the series in 6 games, in a series where Klay Thompson didn't play that good, and David Lee only played a total of 30 minutes in 2 games of play. Then in the second round, yes, they got eliminated, but it was by the San Antonio Spurs, who pushed a 66-win Miami Heat team with a prime LeBron James, MVP LeBron James, to the very brink of elimination in the finals. And even then, they were still pushed to 6 by Curry and the Warriors. Now granted, Curry didn't dominate like he did the round prior, but he did have one of the greatest coaches of all time and the 3rd best defense in the league locking in on him in his first playoff run, and given that and the talent gap between the two teams, Curry averaging 23 and 7 on 41, 35, 82 still isn't the worst thing in the world. And then the season after, again, Curry puts up tremendous numbers. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now, I don't need to reiterate them. Leads the Warriors to 51 wins in the ever so tough Western Conference. The only difference really being that Klay Thompson improved from 16.6 to 18.4 points a game, and Andre Iguodala signing onto the team, but even he missed 19 games a season, the most he ever missed in his time in Golden State. Draymond Green was still coming off the bench, and he started only 12 games a season, and again, wasn't the Draymond Green we've all known for the past couple of years. And in the playoffs, the Curry-led Warriors pushed a 57-win Clippers team with prime Chris Paul and Blake Griffin to 7 games, with Curry once again putting up solid numbers. So this idea that Steph Curry couldn't lead a team without Klay and Draymond is just wild to me. This should have never been a narrative in 2020, 2021. Because one, when people say that, when people say Curry can't lead a team without Klay and Draymond, they're obviously referring to a Klay Thompson, a version of Klay Thompson, that's considered one of the best two-way players in the league, and a Draymond Green that's in the running for Defensive Player of the Year and is considered one of the best playmakers in the league. That's the version of Klay and Draymond that they're talking about. And Steph Curry, prior to 2015, prior his first championship, prior to his first MVP, has already led a team to the playoffs in a tough Western Conference not once, but twice without having the most stacked roster, and performed well in the playoffs on top of it. That's just a fact. And what Curry is doing this season should not be surprising at all if you knew Curry's history prior to 2015, because that does exist. It is just wild how y'all are trying to make a man prove something he already proved. Better yet, question his whole legacy off of the first 5 games of the season. Watch this video on your screen where I explain why Joel Embiid is probably going to win MVP. Check out the second channel once again, links in the description. Go spam it up, go spam it up. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.